Hello everyone, my name's EmeraldSpencer, and I apologize for the video you're about to see. I had muted my mic because I thought I was going to do some remodeling in Minecraft Windows 10. However, I had forgotten to unmute it. I never got to the remodeling, and I forgot to unmute it before recording this episode of Simini. So I go to edit it, and the entire thing's silent. And if you're looking at the green screen right now, like, I'm stretching it out. So basically, I'm going to try to recap everything that happened in this episode. So, episode started off with me randomly jumping around and looking around, wondering if the game's actually going to load for me. I fell into the hole in the floor I made in the previous episode. And I acknowledged my dog. I was entering the episode right here. So, hey guys, EmeraldSpencer, blah blah blah. By the way, it's about 1 in the morning when I just realized this, so forgive me my tiredness if there is any. So yeah, I patch up the hole in the ground, as you can see. And then I'm looking around. I check on my dog. The first idea I had for this episode was I gotta go get coal because I really want to be able to ride this dog. Because that's part of the reason I put in the pet wand mod. But anyway, so I come out of the house and I go around back to see what I can do for Marcus. Because the entirety of the last episode he didn't record anything. So, prying open the chest, realize that these Sims are too stupid to do the most basic crafting recipe in Minecraft, but hey, that's alright, Marcus is still cool. Then I came over here just to look around at the progress. And I think right here I'm contemplating if I can make this jump or not. Yeah, so that I could chop down these 2 trees here, maybe get enough wood for Marcus to maybe build the tiredness. I'm thinking if I can maybe jump there to get enough wood in order to get Marcus to finish the structure. And I make the jump and promptly fall. Get frustrated at it. I head over in this direction to see if I could jump onto the trees by like just basically hopping from tree to tree. Realize I'm hungry, stop to eat, and then I do this. And now in the editing, I realize I forgot to jump before I fell off the block. So I'm just all full of dumb. And then right here, I try to jump again. I make it. Make sure I don't fall off this time. I come up this tree, then decide to go over to that tree. My original reasoning was that the jump would be easier, but actually no, I guess it would be because I could still grab onto the leaves. Then I proceed to chop down the whole tree. I guess I thought I saw something. Oh yeah, right here I mentioned that I have keep inventory and magnet mode on, just because this mod pack was proving to be too slow, hard, and tedious without keep inventory. So then right here, jump to this tree, climb to the top of it, cut the thing down. Yeah. What really sucks is I had both audios silenced because I was going to watch a couple of YouTube videos while I remodeled. Of course, I promptly got distracted and decided I wasn't going to remodel. But, alright, I think, yeah, then I just go and drop it all in because Marcus ran off somewhere. It occurred, I don't remember if it was immediately or in a minute or two, but it occurs to me that may be nighttime. So I say how much it'd suck if I fell in that hole. Yep, it's definitely nighttime because right here I'm going into sleep. And I mentioned how cool it'd be to have a bed with this kind of scale in real life. Then again, you need a pretty big house. So I don't remember what I said to Marcus here. But I'm walking around. Jump up to the bed. Jump up. Right here, I wondered if I could make it through there. So I just ditch out the corner. I think I decided here I was gonna go underground to check out the dungeon for any coal. And right here I realized a mistake. I somehow got turned around while I was digging down, and I made the shaft go sideways here. I'll fix that up eventually. But alright, and then I come in right here. And just in the nick of time, I managed to make the right landing. And then I'm getting down this hallway a little faster thanks to the hang gliding mechanic. Right here, I mentioned how cool my resource pack looks. How cool my resource pack makes obsidian look. Life is wonderful when you can't speak at 1 in the morning. And right here, I'm just kind of hopping up the waterfall. And up. Yeah, right here I realize, hey, I have a waypoint there. So I can just teleport to it. And teleport I do. Yeah. Actually, one good thing about being silenced is you guys will have to hear all the annoying noises, because those blazes and those flames were loud. But so yeah, I'm going through, just looking around for like a chest or something. Yeah, chest, because I didn't want to. Right here, I remembered that I blew myself off the bomb, and I never came back here. So I think I went in and I harvested up all those force stairs. For some reason, they were showing up as black force stairs, even though they were textured as gray force stairs. And I realized quite promptly that I'd probably have a better time with the force mitt. Maybe they were were being recognized as black force stairs due to that lighting error. Wouldn't surprise me. I realized that those black force furnaces couldn't really be done with. I still don't know why that cracked brick is showing up as a black force furnace, because it's clearly not. But anyway, go through, pretty much just start harvesting everything. And I realized those are regular stone brick stairs, and then I promptly called up the harvesting. And right about here, I think I started wondering if the fairies actually did anything. I let one run into me in about a second or two. There it is. Wow, how's this? I'm just giving you a play-by-play of the episode, because I'm dumb. Yeah, I had questions on what I was going to name this episode, because, well, I'll get to that in a minute, actually. I think that happens in a second or so. Nope, I go back to the dungeon first. Use this little hang glider technique to get around faster. And I hop straight through the blaze room. I think right about here was when I was really complaining about how loud these guys were. Right here, I was looking to see if there were any recipes for coal in this mod pack. Quickly found out, no, there isn't. So that meant I would have to just find it somewhere. And it wasn't like I had a roguelike dungeon anywhere where I could just like pop into a tower and be like, yo, what's up? I just need all this. Actually, I don't remember if I had roguelike dungeon to this thing. That's something I'll have to check. But anyway, yep, eat another pumpkin pie. And I find a chest. Walking towards it. Thinking this looks a little bit familiar. And pop it open, and what do you know? I already have that's the one I've been through. So I decided to just continue on a ways. And I find another chest past the way down to the next floor, which I'm certainly not going into because I am nowhere near ready. And in there, I find the jackpot. 4 more ender lily seeds. Wait, why am I describing it? You can see it. It's not like I had the video turned off. But yeah, and then I get, what did I get rid of here? Yeah, I got rid of my 1 dirt for the iron claw cover, so I could give my dog a little more attack power. Then I think, hey, let's throw on this butter armor and go see if I can fight the skeleton. Right here, I was wondering where my boots were. Then realized it was my legs that were missing. Because, weird order. Then I go and try to take this thing on instead of just running like I should have. Because, look what happens to me. The spider's hitting me so hard I can't land a single hit. Then its buddies come in, and I get wrecked. Yay. So anyway, then I went outside, threw my armor in there. What was I trying to do? Oh yeah, right here, I threw my armor in there. And then I decide to grab... What was I looking for? I decided to get a blaze rod, which I already had, and 3 pieces of cobblestone. And I said any Minecraft player knows what I'm making next. Thankfully, I remember this part vividly, so I'll be able to describe it well. So yeah, and right here, I make myself a brewing stand. Just swap my hotbar a bit. And... Wait, what was I don't remember what I was confused about now. Oh yeah, that's right. I was looking for glass to make bottles. And I had 2, and I had to look up the recipe in order to figure out if I needed more than 2. Surprise, surprise, I needed 1 more. Story of every Minecrafter's life. You think you have enough, then you find out you're 1 short. Or a couple short. You're short regardless. And in this case, quite literally you're short. So stop over here, make a couple more planks for Marcus. And I try to figure out why I can't get back in the place. I still can't figure out why I wasn't able to get back in. I think maybe I might have screwed something up with the dirt at the entrance or something. But it doesn't look that way to me. But now I start heading down for water, or down to the water to grab some sand. And this is where I was questioning the episode because same instance a little later on, but I'll just say anyway since I already brought it up. I run back to this water hole one more time after I make the bottles. So I was wondering if I should call this episode, I think The Water Boy or something like that. But nope. Now I know exactly what to call the episode. The Play-by-Play. So I'm hang gliding, and I decided to grab one of these cows. And I've been watching a whole bunch of Undertale animations lately. Mainly ones about sands. So I yelled get dunked on right when I went for this cow. And of course I missed the crit. Also, I'm not going to make you wait. I completely missed the cow because it's running too fast and I'm encumbered being in snow. So I think I actually do manage... Wait, I just realized that it pops out of existence. Or maybe just rendered this. Did manage to hit it one more time, but eventually I just decided it wasn't worth it. And I hang glide to try to get out of the snow, which I managed to do successfully. Then I go to get the sand I need. Excuse me. And... oh, great. Now I have the hiccups. I'm not naming another video Curse You Hiccups. Honestly, though, that video got so many views compared to the previous ones. I don't know what happened with it. I guess people just find my hiccups funny. And right here, I was trying to figure out what I could burn. I eventually settled on... oh, I tried a door, forgetting that doesn't work. I don't remember if it works in later versions, but I do know that burning 2 saplings will work. So I do that. Ugh. Well, I just noticed that spike. Yeah, I'm recording this voice thing on Audacity right now because I grabbed that to modify a bunch of songs that I got. Nothing too drastic, just cutting out some silent bits that were at the beginning or end and made the things awkward to play on my phone. But right here, I realized I need water, and I get stomped on by Marcus. So, back to the watering hole it is. Yay. End up heading back. And I remembered to dash before hang gliding this time. Avoid landing. Obviously not there though, but I did jump back up. Yeah, I come over here and grab the flax. I actually said I'd grab it on the walk back, then promptly remembered I had a waypoint, so that was unnecessary. Yay. I'm hang gliding some more. And no, I didn't try to dunk on that cow. I just decided to grab the water, then realized my inventory was too full to pick up said bottles of water. So, what did I throw out? I throw out... Well, first I realized I'm quickly running out of air, and then I drown. So, oh no, I realized that I could have just grabbed or thrown some stuff in my chest. I decided to throw out my oak saplings and a piece of cobblestone and that chiseled stone brick, and then teleport back home. Then set down the brewing stand, set it up to brew. Come outside. I think I take a minute or two to realize that I have nether wart, but that's just because I wasn't used to it in this texture pack. I thought that the fermented spirite would be it because it was so red, but nope, it's that weird looking mushroom. Again, my yawn is not a reflection of my content. It is a reflection of how late it is when I'm doing this corrective narrating. Alright, so throw the nether wart in the brewing stand, and then I go glide down. A little bit of pro moves it right there to duck under the leaves. Climb up the leaves a little, give me some extra height on my glide. You know, I actually wish I did have open blocks. Maybe then the hang glider there would be faster. But I'd have to kill a bunch of cows to do that, and I am not in a position to do that yet. Huh. Just realizing that giant hole of a cave there. Alright, I think I'm looking around for the mushrooms. And right around here, I realized I didn't do lucky blocks for this episode. So I'm going to have to count the likes for the last 3 episodes for the next episode. And no, I don't mean last. I mean last 3, as in the previous 2 plus this one, because I wasn't able to do lucky blocks for the 8th. Or no, I'm using the wrong numbers. I wasn't able to do lucky blocks for the 4th episode because I was going on vacation, so I needed to pre-record that. All right. I didn't see it because I was rambling, but I think I had just checked and that mushroom made the wrong potion. So I'm going over to get the golden mushrooms, which would be the I think those are the red mushrooms by standard Minecraft logic. So yeah, I head back home, and once I get to the part where once I get in a minute or two, then I'll be able to remember exactly what I was doing. So, let me see. I throw the mushroom in there, and right here, I think, I shove some stuff further up in my inventory, going over the chest to see yep, I throw the mushroom in there. I throw the pumpkin pie into my inventory to make enough room for what I'm about to do. And I'm grabbing myself some milk. 1 bucket full because bottles don't work. Just grab it there. Yep. And I wish I made 1 more space in my inventory because I would need the milk twice. So. Yeah. Yep. And if you could see the potions I'm grabbing, I grab myself an embiggening 2 potion and an embiggening standard potion. I would have grabbed potions of ensmalling, but I was minimum size anyway. So, what the potion here... I spawned these in just to show why I was brewing them. I think it took me a little while to figure out why why it wasn't working. But since drinking mechanic works slower... Yep, right here. This is what happens. I got 1 block hot... 1 block tall by drinking that embiggening potion. So, I was able to grow a little bigger. And I think I could make that last for 8 minutes. Actually, I think that's what the effect on that was. So, that'd be a little more helpful for like when I was doing things. It makes mobs notice me more, but it takes off a lot of the debuffs that being tiny has. So, I did this next one here because I really didn't want the skelly noticing me. But this is an embiggening 2. And as you can see, it makes me the size of a regular Minecraft person. So, I think I drank the milk, and let me see. I think I was outroing the episode while I was big, but then I got scared by Skelly, so I should be switching over to the milk bucket any second. Yeah, right there. So, yeah, I don't remember exactly how this is going to sync up, so I'm just going to... Where's my mouse? Oh, my mouse fell asleep. So, yeah, I'm just going to outro this now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for the lack of audio. If you liked this episode, please be sure to leave a like. Or, if you want me to open a lucky block, that's another reason to leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment if you got something to say to me. Again, sorry for the lack of audio, but I completely forgot that I had muted it. So that's why it pays to double check. Anyway, I will see all of you in the next video. Hopefully it's not a play-by-play like this. Again, I'm sorry, but thanks for watching, and goodbye.